chapter 3. This is the last chapter in the module 5, the elements of mechanical engineering course. So today we are going to discuss about the advanced manufacturing system. In this today I am going to tell about the introduction to advanced manufacturing system, CNC machines, then components of CNC machines, open loop and closed loop systems. First we will talk about the introduction. First I will tell you what do you mean by manufacturing. Manufacturing means it is the process of converting a raw material into finished goods is called manufacturing. In the previous chapter, you understood about the lathe machine and milling machine. So these two chapters is only tells about the conventional machining or conventional manufacturing process. So this module entirely tells about the machining process. Machining means metal removal process. So we have to remove the material from a metal, then we have to make the desired product. So we are manufacturing the product by cutting the material. That means the material is going to we are going to remove the material, that is metal cutting process. In lathe, milling, all these are metal removal process, machining process. So machining means metal removal is called as machining process. So lathe as well as milling. This is the third chapter. This is about the advanced manufacturing process. Here also we are going to remove the material, but not in conventional way. That means there we use a machine and a person, a skilled worker, a skilled labor to operate that machine and make a product as per the drawings, as per the requirement. The person is going to make. But here the person is not going to make, but the computer, the computer will give the instructions for the machine, and machine is going to do that work. That is, it will manufacture the product. So advanced manufacturing process refers to use of innovative technologies, processes and methods for producing the desired product. So innovative technologies means what? Innovative technologies means, so we have to write a program for this. You want to make a product, you want to make some rectangle, you want to make some cylinder, you want to make any shapes and sizes. So that you have to write a program in the form of G codes and M codes, that it has to be we have to see that the correctness of the program, and once the program is correct, how we check the correctness of the program? By using a simulation. So once the program is correct, then we have to give the instructions for the machines. That machine is going to do the work. So intervention of a person is not there in this advanced manufacturing system. Intervention of a person, that is a human being. A human being intervention is less. The person, when it is required, means it is required to write a program. So it is required to write a program. After that, he has to see the correctness of the program. Then he has to give the instructions. Afterwards, the machine will take care about the cutting process. That is metal removal process, and it will give the desired product. So this is innovative technologies. The person has to learn the program. He should have the skill to write a program. Then the various processes are there. Some methods for producing the desired product. That is advanced manufacturing process. So in lathe machine, milling machine, person will be there. He will do that. He will operate the machine as per the drawing. He will prepare the product. But here human intervention is not there. Computer will do all the works. So this is advanced manufacturing process. So in this, some few technologies are there here. CAD, CAM, CAE. Computer aided design is called computer aided design, CAD. Computer aided manufacturing, CAM. Computer aided engineering, it is a CAE. So rapid prototyping is another technology, and industrial robotics, there is also another robotics technology. So robotics are mainly used for so many applications, in war fields, robots are used for painting, welding, then you can just pick and place operation, material handling operations. So many applications are there, robotics application in industries. That you might have observed in day-to-day life. and also you would have seen so many occasions also in the TVs or some other instances also you would have seen about the applications of the robotics. Next, we'll go about the CNC machine. What is CNC machine? CNC stands for computer numerical control. CNC means computer numerical control. That means it refers to a computer controller that accepts a program or a set of instructions and stores it in the memory of the computer, which in turn controls the working of the machine tool. The program can be modified, edited, and offers a greater flexibility in manufacturing. So here it requires a computer. CNC machine, computer numerical control, requires a computer. Without the help of a computer, you cannot say that's a CNC machine. Okay, for CNC machine, computer is required. So a computer, in the computer we have to write a program. So program means it is in help of G codes and M codes. G code stands for preparatory function and M code stands for miscellaneous functions. So preparatory function, G codes means what? Preparatory function. Preparatory means what? Cutting operations. So all these cutting operations are categorized as G codes. Say for example, turning operation, linear interpolation, circular interpolation. So many operations. What all the operations are? Cutting operations are there. All these cutting operations are categorized as preparatory functions. The help of G, that is called as G codes. Next, M means miscellaneous function. Miscellaneous codes are used. So miscellaneous codes, so we use even G and M from 1 to 100, we use Z01, Z02, M01, M02, like that. We use number of codes. So M stands for miscellaneous function. Miscellaneous means they are not cutting operations. They are not cutting operations. They are only auxiliary operations. They just assist the cutting operations. For example, coolant on. So you require a coolant to be on. So because here when you are cutting, you will get a lot of heat. So you have to use the water. Some coolant you have to use at the time. The coolant should automatically on. When you give the code, coolant will be on. Okay, water circulation will be there. Coolant off, that is also miscellaneous function. Then you will have that spindle on, that is your spindle should be on at the time. You can, that is a miscellaneous function. Spindle off, door open, door close. Okay, so many operations are miscellaneous operations are there. So they called as codes, M codes. They are called M codes. So using G codes and M codes, we have to write the program. So separate softwares will be so many softwares. One of the software, CNC trainer software, this is one of the software. Under the FANUC control, we use this and we will write a program in the computer. Once the program is right, we have to check it by using a simulation. We have to check it. We have to see the toolpath whether the program is right or not. All these things we have to check it with the help of simulation. Simulation means what? Before actually giving the feedback, before actually giving the connection to the machine, we have to check it in the computer. Okay, you have to check it in the computer whether the tool movement is right or not, whether it is right correctly taking place or not. So it is before the actual operation we can see in the computer, that is called simulation. With the help of simulation, once simulation is right, then we can interface all these machine, the program codes to machine. Then the machine, we have to switch on the machine. Machine will be interlinked with the computer. Machine, once you use the command, the machine starts doing the work. Okay, so that is what the CNC will do. So by this, what is the thing? The set of instructions. Set of instruction is a program, and it stores in the memory of the computer. So that the computer will have a memory. It will store in the memory. And it can be edited or modified also. Sometimes you want some changes, then you can do it. You can do the changes. Say for example, some order would have given like diameter of the workpiece is 30 mm. Now somebody will say I want 35 mm diameter. At the time you can change, the program can be changed 35. So make it from the 40 you make it a 35. From the 40 you make it a 30. So the initial workpiece will be a 40, you make it a 30 or you make it a 35. So the program can be changed. So always the software have the flexibility to change at any time. Just a simple example I will tell you. So in your system, okay, laptop or desktop, some letter will be there. Okay, some leave letter or some letter will be there. Some resume will be there with a soft copy will be there. So whenever you want, you can change it, because next year some updates will be there in your resume. You can change it. Your letter date you can change it. So many things you can change it. So the soft copy always have a flexibility to change. So similarly, the program what you have written, that is also having a flexibility to change. You can modify as per the requirement. That is why the CNC offers a greater flexibility in manufacturing. But go for a ordinary conventional machining operation, that this flexibility is not there. This flexibility is not there. So every time you have to apply all these techniques to get a correct product. So this is what you can modify, and you can edit the program, and you can just make the product as per the dimensions given by the customer. That is what we say as a great program. CNC is having a greater flexibility. So CNC requires a program. It requires a computer. In computer, you have to type the program. After typing the program with the help of G codes and M codes, you have to see the correctness of the program, because syntax errors will be there. So you have to check it. So once the program is correct by just seeing the simulation, afterwards you can interface this computer with the machine, and that machine will do the cutting operation. That is the metal removal as per the requirement, and your product will be ready. Now we see the components of CNC machine. What are the various components? Basically, three components are there: part program and program input devices. Second one is a control unit, it is a machine control unit. Third one is a machine tool. Third one is a hardware. Actually, you would have seen in the machine shop a lathe machine, milling machine. This is a hardware. Drilling machine, it is a hardware. The first component is a part program and part program input devices. So a part program means what is we have to write a program part. There are two types of manual part programming and computer assisted part programming are there. So manual part programming, we have to write a program with the help of G codes and M codes. That is a manual part programming. One more computer assisted part programming is there, that is APT language, automated program tools. That means what? See, drawing will be there. In drawing, when you draw the diagram, so computer itself understand, it will generate the program. Okay, computer, it will generate the program. You need not write a program for that. See, for simple things, for simple drawings, you can write a program. Okay, sometimes what will happen, some complex shapes will be there, complex geometry will be there. Assume a profile of an aeroplane. A profile of an aeroplane is there. So profile of an aeroplane is some sort of complexity will be there. And profile of a blade, turbine blade it is very difficult to write a program. We can write it, it is very difficult, it will take a lot of time. So in such cases, this computer assisted part programming, you draw the diagram of that blade, a turbine blade or a aeroplane body or any complex shapes you can draw, because drawing is easy. Drawing is easy in the computer aided drawing, CAD, or using many softwares you can draw the diagram, but writing a program is a difficult task. So once you draw the diagram, the computer, that software itself, it will generate the program. Okay, it will generate the program. Once the program is generated, next step is you should see the correctness of the program by going for simulation. Once simulation is right, then interface that instructions to the controller. Second part is your controller unit is there. Machine control unit. Okay, machine control unit. What is the machine control unit? So control in this electronic devices are there: microprocessors, servo motors, stepper motors, RCs. So many integrated circuits, IC chips are there. So all these things, machine control unit, it will have electronic equipment, electronic devices. That means it has to convert programming language into machine language. Okay, so this is converter. It is converter. Okay, machine control unit, it will convert the programs, programming language or machine language, a software language into a machine language that the machine can easily understand what you are telling. That is what the machine control unit is going to do. So that is the job of a machine control unit. So in this machine control unit, you will have a servo motors, stepper motors, then what do you call that, microprocessor gate. integrated ICs, integrated circuits, electronic circuits, so many electronic devices. It will be there in the machine control unit. So it will convert entire programming language, the program instructions into machinable language. That is, machine can understand what you are telling. So these instructions, it will be given to a machine tool. Third one is a machine tool. So in machine tool, it will do the work. Say for example, the first line is a linear movement. Workpiece is going to this one tool has to move linearly. Certain tool has to move linearly. That is a instruction. Okay, next it has to turning operation. It will do turning operation. So line by line, the program line by line, the machine will do the work. So that is a machine tool will do the work. So a machine tool may be a lathe, it may be a milling, it may be a drilling or anything. So these are three main components of the CNC machine: part program and program input devices. Program input devices are the, what are program input devices? The machine computer. Okay, second one is controller unit, machine control unit. In that microprocessor kit will be there, ICs will be there. Okay, so many electronic devices will be there. Third one is a machine tool. So a machine tool is a hardware. It may be a lathe machine, it may be a milling machine, or it may be a drilling machine, etc. It is a hardware equipment where the machining operations are taken. That is, metal removal process takes place in this machine tool. So you'll see now it's the diagram, block diagram. So this is a program. So we have to write the program here. That is a computer. It will assume a computer. So in this you have to write a program with the help of G codes and M codes. Okay, there's manual part programming. Then these programs you have to check it. After checking, you have to send to a machine control unit. Machine control unit, it will convert entire software language into machinable language, so which can understand, machine can understand. So machine control unit, what is there in this? A microprocessor. Okay, a microprocessor circuit will be there, integrated circuits, electronic devices, so many circuits will be there. And after that, here these instructions will give, it will be interfaced. Okay, it will be interfaced with the machine tool. Is a machine tool. What we are seeing is a machine tool here. So this machine tool will work as per the instructions given by the machine control unit. It may be a drilling, means it will do drilling operation. So whatever the operations are there, all these operations are done by this machine tool, but based upon the program, how you have written the program. Okay. So next, open loop and closed loop system in CNC. What is the open loop? Open loop means you will not get the feedback. A command signal is there here. This is the open loop. Okay, this is the open loop system, control system. So command signal is there, motor is there, and is a machine tool, machine slides output. That means the command signal, you give just X, movement of X direction. So movement of X direction 10 mm. Just it will give 10 mm. Yes, it will move 10 mm. We don't know whether it is going to move the 10 mm or not, less than 10 mm or more than 10 mm. So that feedback you are not going to get here. So open loop, that's all. You have given the signal, that is, you have given a command, that is X direction 10 mm. That's all. You don't know whether it is moving 10 mm or not. Okay. So motor will just do work. Motor will convert that into a machinable language, and motor will just do it. So it will give X in the X direction 10 mm. It has to move. So if it is moving or not, we don't know, because see, motor sometimes it may have a problem, like there will be a inertia will be there, some sort of mechanical problems will be there. It is not able to move 10 mm. It is not able to move 10 mm, 9.5, 9.9 or 10.1, 10. That chances also plus or minus it will be there. Okay. So so open loop system, you will not get the feedback whether the signal it has satisfied, or that is how much X direction, Y direction, Z direction the slides are moving. Okay, X, Y, Z slides are moving correctly or not, you will not get any kind of feedback. But in the second case, so this is the closed loop system. In second case, you have a command signal is there, a comparator. A comparator compares the signals. Okay, a motor is there, the machine slide. Okay, machine slide is moving or not. Machine slide, the X direction 10 mm, moving or not. This moving means it will give the feedback. Okay, the feedback element is there here. The feedback element. So is a transducer. It will give the position signal. It is moving 9.5. Then it will give the instruction. We will get information that it is moving a 9.5. So 0.5 is not moving. Again you can change it. make it a, you can correct it, okay, rectify the error. So 10 mm, again the machine slide is going to move 10 mm. So you are going to get a feedback signal whether the movement of x, y, z, all directions correct or not as per the command or not. That you will get information about the movement of the x, y, z in the closed loop system is done by a feedback element or a transducer. Best example I'll give you. Now I am teaching for you. So how best you understood feedback you are giving. So if you understood fully, that means you will be happy and you will say okay. If you are not understood feedback, whatever I taught, then it is you are not understanding. So it may be so many problems will be there. Understanding maybe sometimes the technical problems will be there. The words will not be understood properly. Technical words, all these things. So when you understand, that means you are going to write the exam properly, you will get good marks. If you are not understanding, you will not get good marks. That is simple. That's a feedback. Okay. So once whatever we teach you, if you understand properly, you are going to reproduce the same thing in the examination. You are going to get the good marks. If you are not understood, then you will write something, then you are going to get marks something also that is not expected. What the marks expected, you will not get. The same way here also we are giving command signal here. Okay, the command signal in this case command signal here, motor will do some work and machine will do some work. We don't know how much work what work it has done, we don't know. But here the feedback, you will get the feedback whether in x direction, y direction, z direction the movement is correct or not. It is given by the comparator will compare the input signal and output signal. It will compare. So in the input we have given 10 mm, but output signal we have, position signal we have got 9.5 mm. There is a difference of 0.5 mm. Again it will check it, again it will give to the motor that hey, you have to go for my extra 0.5 mm. So that is what the feedback, open loop and closed loop system. It is also very important from the exam point of view. Differences between open loop and closed loop system. Okay, so what are the differences? First, so control action is independent on the output of the system. Control action is independent. It is not dependent upon the output. It is independent. So control action is dependent on the output. So output, how much output is there, is totally dependent. In absent of feedback elements and error detectors. So in this open loop, feedback elements are not there, error detectors are not there. But in this, all these things are there. Feedback elements are there, error detectors are there. Simple in design and construction is comparatively complex because all these feedback elements are there. So it is complex. So less expensive, less maintenance cost because feedback elements, you need not spend the money for feedback elements and comparator, all these things. You need not spend the money, but here more expensive and less maintenance cost. Okay. So next, inaccurate and unreliable. Inaccurate and unreliable. That means whatever the thing, you have to take it granted. That's all. Okay, you have to take it as a inaccurate. So unreliable. You cannot say that it's accurate one. Okay, so unreliable. This is accurate and reliable. Accurate and reliable. Accurate and what is the meaning of accurate? Accuracy. What is the meaning of degree of closeness to the true value is called as a accuracy. So accurate. So 10 mm is 10 mm. At least 9.9, 9.9.99 like that. This is accuracy. Degree of closeness to the true value. True means what the exact value, called true value. What you have kept, that is called a true value. So the accuracy is accurate and reliable. It's highly sensitive to the disturbances. So open loop is highly sensitive. Is less sensitive. Is less sensitive. Next is highly affected by non-linearities and is reduced effect of non-linearities. So these are some of the drawings, figures of the CNC machine. So this entire thing is a closed one. So this is, you can see CNC machine, a CNC lathe. This is CNC milling machine. So lathe means the turning machine. Milling is a CNC milling machine. CNC milling is not a turning. You can do only end milling, slot, plane milling. All these things you can do here. Okay, this is a kind of material handling system. So you can take the material outside. This is also loading and unloading arm. The ASRS, we say automatic storage and retrieval system. So this is a material handling. Material starts flowing from in this direction. A simple conveyor. From this you have to store the material here, and material comes here automatically. It will go here. Loading and unloading arm will pick. It will placing in the machine. Machine will do the work, turning operation or any taper turning, taper cutting, any operation. After that, the door will be opened automatically, and it will be placed onto this is again this it will come here, and it will, this in this path again it will come again. It will this metal this a robo, you can say a robo, it will pick up this and it will place in this machine, and this machine will do some milling operation. After that again it will be taken back. So this is a workstation 1 and this is workstation 2. This is a material handling where the material has to flow from this ASRS to this workstation 1 and workstation 2. Once the work is completed, it will go back to the same rack. So many racks you can see here, rack 1 2 3 4 5. So 3 columns are there in this rack, and 3 row 1 2 3 4 5 6 6 rows are there. You can place some 18 work pieces you can place. So this is about the CNC machine. Thank you for